Now moving on, privacy and Facebook just don't get along, no matter how much Zuckerberg tries to convince you otherwise. Unfortunately, Threads is another privacy nightmare from Facebook, which is to be expected, and we don't even need to dig that deep to get a glimpse of what's collected here. They're pretty upfront about it. As for why Facebook needs information about your purchases, where you go throughout the day, your search history, your personal identifiers, and everything else about you, just to feed you some text updates from MKBHD, is a fantastic question. The fact Threads is a free app from a company that needs to make money is an interesting situation that should make people think about who's actually the product in this story. We're here in the Redwoods, and we are about to spend the rest of the day only spending crypto with CakePay. CakePay from Cake Wallet allows you to buy gift cards from over 150,000 merchants in the US, all with Monero, Bitcoin, or Litecoin, all inside the same app, and all you need is an email. This all sounds fantastic on paper, but Cake Wallet said, we'll sponsor you guys to try it out, and here we are, and we're gonna find out if it's actually that easy to use.
I am finally home from my trip, and I want to kind of summarize CakePay. With just an email, you can now, with over 150,000 merchants in the US, very conveniently, and in many times it's cheaper than using cash, use cryptocurrency at your favorite retailers. So I've never been someone who actually believed I would ever want to use Monero or anything like that day to day, but this actually incentivizes me enough to actually consider it, especially knowing for some of the places I shop at, I can save 3% of my money on that, which is more than probably even some credit cards will ever give you. So I'm very incentivized to use it. I believe I will be moving over to this a lot more often. I don't know if I'll be 100%, but like, I genuinely think this has been so cool. So I really want to thank Cake Wallet for sponsoring this. I was genuinely impressed going through this whole journey.
And just to really outline how severe these privacy issues are, Threads hasn't even been released in the EU because of these concerns, as the EU has protections in place to help protect their citizens from companies like Facebook. If you don't think privacy matters in 2023, you're really out of the loop on one of the most important universal human rights being eroded nearly every day. Which brings me to Meta and Facebook as a whole, and how this fits in the big picture. Outside of a few minor things, Instagram Threads is nothing special. It's just another microblogging platform that doesn't really bring much new to the table compared to its main competitors, Twitter, Blue Sky, and Mastodon. So why did Facebook even roll this out? Because they're Facebook. They have billions of users, which means they have a big name advantage and the ability to pretty much enter most markets with the almost guarantee that they'll get a huge number of people to hop over. I want to outline that this is really the only thing Facebook is counting on. So much so that they've even put off monetizing Threads until more people are done signing up for it, which there sure will happen. This really outlines my whole issue with this platform. Facebook has gone through a countless number of controversies and has proved time and time again that they're kind of a rotten company, but billions of people still choose to use it. I love Signal, but it has a massive privacy issue. Now you might be thinking it's the phone number requirement, which yes, is less than ideal, but username support should be coming soon, and my concern is much larger than that. See, if you join Signal for the first time, Signal notifies all people in your life who use Signal, who have you as a contact, that you join Signal. This is a fun way to say hi when someone joins for the first time. It's less fun for people in domestic abuse situations who need to use Signal secretly, and if they're not aware of this notification system and their abuser uses Signal, Signal, the abuser will be notified that the victim has joined Signal. Signal offers zero way to stop this from happening. You can disable these notifications from being received on your end so you're not notified when others join, but you can't prevent yourself from notifying your contacts when you join Signal. Signal needs to either make this clearer to users so they can use alias numbers, they can have an option when users create an account not to notify their contacts, or they can just outright remove this feature. Fix it, Signal. It puts people at risk. I did want to clarify the username thing because that's a very misunderstood thing for people. I don't think Signal's ever going to remove the phone number requirement. That's the whole point of Signal is to replace things like SMS. That's the point of Signal. In order to do that, in this day and age, everything is phone number based. That's the way people communicate. If you meet some new person on the street, you're either asking them for a social media handle or you're asking them for a phone number. You don't ask for their email. And you don't ask them for their session ID. So everything right now is based on the phone number, and I think Signal's gonna stay that way. For better or for worse. And even with username support, you're still probably going to be able to add people with a phone number if you have their phone number, just like most other platforms that do this kind of thing. There might be a way for you to disable that, but I'm sure they're going to want people to keep that enabled. I also would like privacy settings that actually do something and aren't superficial nonsense.